In a village, the peace was broken when monsters invaded their village. The people had to hide in their homes or run away from the demons. A mysterious man riding a dragon appears. He said he wanted to become the strongest person in the world so he could protect those around him. This person is the savior of the village and the only one who can eliminate the demons. With just one move, he burned down the demons and saved the lives of everyone in the village. He is the strongest exorcist, but because of that, demons came to the village to challenge his strength. Seeing this, the king ordered him to be arrested and his reputation destroyed. Once he was the strongest exorcist, but now he has been turned away by the people he saved. He promised himself that he would not repeat this mistake in his next life. He used a spell to recruit students into another world to avoid a life of being despised. In this world, he reincarnated as a 5-year-old boy named Sei, the third child of a noble family. His family is a family of magicians. 2 children from birth have possessed more magic than others. The father is casting a spell to test Sei's ability to use magic. He concludes that Sei doesn't have any magic at all. The older brother mocks Sei and says that he is truly a disgrace to the family. Sei then went out into the garden. He took a pile of leaves and began to cast spells. Still remember that in his previous life, he was the strongest exorcist in the world. He used a magic spell to turn a pile of leaves into mice and crows. Gly, Sei's eldest brother, approached him and started to bully him. But the crows Sei created were able to save him in time. Luft also came to help Gly escape the crows. Not knowing that it was Sei who brought out those crows. Today is Sei's 7th birthday. However, he was not able to celebrate his birthday because no one in the house paid attention to his existence. Sei lives a very lonely life, but there are still a few people in the house who care about him. Ifa always helps him get back things stolen by his 2 older brothers. At this time, Gly walked up and teased him to enroll in the Magic Academy. Then, their father interrupted and called Gly to practice magic. As they were about to leave, Sei asked his father if he could follow. His father finally agreed. All 4 of them went to the practice field together. Luft was called to practice magic first. It was Gly's turn to use powerful fire magic, making his father very pleased. Finally, it's up to Sei to show off his talent. Sei picked up the wand and stepped into position. He thought to himself that if he hid his strength or else the fate of being too strong and being hated by everyone in his previous life would repeat. He created a blue spark that surprised everyone. No one expected Sei to be able to use magic. Gly asked his father why he could use blue fire because not everyone in this world could create it. The father explains that each person's magic depends entirely on their personality and soul after proving that they can use magic. Sei asked his father if he could learn about magic like his brother, but the father refused. He said that it was too dangerous for someone like him to learn magic. Sei's older brother is a wizard from a noble family. Although he cannot attend the Magic Academy, he still allows Sei to study magic with a private tutor at home. He thought that anyway, his current level was not enough to go to an academy or learn higher level magic. Time passed. Sei is now 11 years old. He has read and learned everything there is to know about this world. Sei still has the paper pictures. They are the souls of the monsters he destroyed in his previous life and will obey his every command. I want to try summoning one. He opened the space gate and summoned a girl. He said he just wanted to summon her to check and didn't want others to see her. Sei then turns the girl named Zuki into a little fox. Outside the room, Ifa was being scolded by Gly for accidentally spilling water on him. At this time, Sei went out to rescue her. Sei asks him to leave Ifa alone. Gly saw that and immediately swung his fist at Sei. He easily blocked the punch. Gly finally decided to leave. Ifa thanks Sei for saving him. When the two went outside, Sei saw a strange blue creature lying dying on the ground. Ifa begged Sei to use magic to save it. She knew that his magic was weaker than most others. She will still sympathize with him. Seeing this, Sei told her to turn away. He then used the magic he wrote in his previous life to revive the animal. When he saw the animal come back to life, Aoife happily asked him if it was a healing spell. He didn't want to reveal that he had reincarnated. Aoife confesses that she has the ability to control elements. This magic is pretty useless to her now because she still doesn't know how to use it. Hearing that, Say felt very curious. He then secretly endured a fire to see what Aoife would do. Aoife saw the fire and shouted towards it, causing it to disappear. Say is very proud of her and knows that she can become his teammate. After learning of Aoife's power, they returned to the house. Say's two older brothers now began to invite him to practice swordplay. At this time, suddenly a maid ran in to announce that a monster had appeared. The father is using fire magic to fight it, but it's not working. The monster is coming from the forest into the house. Everyone was panicking, not knowing when it would get here. However, Say said that he could sense the monster nearby. The two brothers were shocked because they couldn't feel anything. Gly told everyone to quickly hide in the room to escape the monster. But Say didn't listen and ran away. He knew Aoife was still out practicing magic. The monster arrived and was about to eat both Aoife and another maid. Fortunately, Aoife was able to create a protective fire shield and run out of there. When the monster is about to attack the house, Say calls out to it and lets it chase him. He flew high and then used elemental synthesis magic to defeat it. Everyone was very surprised because a weak boy could defeat the monster. Say explains that this is the magic he used in his previous life to subdue the magical dragon and used it again on the monster. A few weeks later the two will enter the Magic Academy. Say gives Aoife a necklace, saying it will help her control the elements more easily. They finally arrived after a week. In the room, Blaze looked at the clock, guessing that Say and Aoife must have arrived. He recalls a scene from the past, where a woman gave Say back to him. It turns out that Say is not his son but his grandson. Blaze also knows that Say is using some kind of sorcery, not magic in this world. That was also the reason why he did not trust him to enter the Magic Academy. Say is lying down on the bed, while Aoife is talking to him. He asked Aoife why she wasn't in his room, even though she also had her own room. Aoife blushed and said that because he was now her master. The two then stood in front of the gate of the Magic Academy. Those who want to register will have to place their hand on the orb for it to check their mana and the elements they can use. Aoife was the first to try. She has low mana and can use the elements fire and wind. When it was Say's turn to put his hand on it, the ball didn't react at all. The professor comforted Say, saying that maybe he possessed the element of light or darkness. However, Say affirms that he does not have mana. Anyway, this is just a registration test and does not affect your admission. Others start rumors that Say used his powerful connections to get into the academy. Suddenly a girl named Amy walked over and put her hand on the ball. The orb immediately glowed, showing that she possessed all the elements. Say thanks her for relieving him by focusing her attention on him. Amy explained that she wasn't doing this for him and she also believed that he used his connections to get into this academy. The more Say looked at her, the more he saw that she resembled the student in his previous life, only the hair color was different. Immediately after that, they headed to the skill test. As the other students begin to show off their skills, Say realizes that they all use the same element. Then, it was Aoife's turn to use fire and wind to pierce the anti-magic shield. It was Say's turn to show off his skills. He started shooting blue flames, surprising the rest. The fire, after extinguishing, turned the shield into a block of crystal. The two professors said they did very well, despite their low mana and low magical aptitude. Additionally, Amy also destroyed the shields with her magic, being the only student in the academy to do so. The results of the test are out. Say saw his name ranked third below Aoife. The first person, of course, was none other than Amy. At night, the two walked to the auditorium to attend the opening ceremony. Suddenly Say had a very strange feeling. They saw many spirits and they led them to a large magic circle. Before leaving, Say left his paper photo to monitor the surrounding area. In the auditorium, Amy was giving her speech as the representative of the student council. Say has increasingly bad intuition. Demons come from nowhere, break through the wall and enter the auditorium, causing other students to panic. When Say was about to help them, Amy acted first to defeat the demons. Say realized that these demons seemed to be just a distraction. He told Ifá to find a safe place and then returned to the magic circle. There, he met the devil Gal. He summoned 3 more demons and ordered them to attack him. Say immediately knocked out 2 of them and sent the remaining one into the black hole. Say uses his paper image to neutralize him, but it's useless. Angry because he looked down on him, Gal used his teleportation magic to scratch Say's face and injure his hand. He saw the opportunity and then struck to finish Say. Say stood high above, still safe and sound. He created a paper clone and made Gal think he could revive. Say summons the dragon and fights back against the demon. Returning to the auditorium, Say watched as Amy single-handedly used her sword to defeat all the demons. Seeing her in everyone else's eyes, Say remembered his previous life. He promised himself that he would be friends with her and make her the strongest person.